due to the frequent use of long-range unmanned aerial vehicles by the armed forces of Ukraine to strike the territory of the Russian Federation. The threat of the destruction of critical infrastructure and residential areas has increased. In order to increase the level of protection of life-sustaining facilities and other important facilities for the well-being of the citizens, it has been decided to involve the most prepared and patriotic citizens in the implementation of measures to protect civilian facilities in the depths of the Russian territory. Today's briefing is dedicated to the citizens who have voluntarily signed a contract to stay in the mobilization human reserve, reservists. According to the law on military duty and military service, reservists are citizens who are in reserve and who have voluntarily signed a contract with the Russian Defense Ministry to stay in the reserve. It is important not to confuse reservists with contractors, active military personnel. The main difference between reservists and contractors is the combination of the citizens staying in the reserve with labor activities in the main place of work. A reservist is not a military personnel and has all the rights of a civilian. Reservists are the citizens who have served in the armed forces or other power structures and who have voluntarily signed a contract to stay in the reserve. The draft law clarifies the purposes of the use of reservists. It provides an opportunity to send them to special assemblies to protect life support facilities, energy, transport, oil refineries, and other infrastructure only in the territory of their region. The countermeasures are, first of all, unmanned aircraft, the sending of reservists to special assemblies, as well as to other military assemblies, will be carried out on the basis of the decree of the President of the Russian Federation. The effectiveness of the units equipped with prepared reservists has already been proven during the tasks carried out on the territory of the separate subjects of the Russian Federation. Mobile fire groups consisting of the reservists, the workers of the enterprises who know the vulnerabilities of the protected facility and the peculiarities of the territory, successfully reflect the BPLA raids, thereby ensuring the uninterrupted production and protection of the enterprises. The draft law prepared at the initiative of the Russian Defense Ministry does not affect all citizens and does not provide for their call to military service, to go to the special military operations zone, or outside the territory of the country. Moreover, there is no talk of any mobilization. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that the draft law is distributed only to the citizens who voluntarily signed a contract to stay in the reserve. And I ask you not to react to the various insinuations on this topic. In accordance with the draft law, the reservists are paid for their financial pleasure, both for their stay in the reserve and for their participation in the special assemblies. They are provided with food, clothing, and other established types of pleasure. They are also provided with social guarantees and compensations, insurance payments, and standards of medical care similar to the military service. During the time of the reservists' participation in the events, their workplaces are preserved, and the employers continue to pay the average salary. In turn, the Defense Ministry compensates for the money spent by the employers after the completion of the assemblies. During the preparation for the tasks, the reservists undergo compulsory training in fire, engineering, and medical training under the guidance of the Russian Defense Ministry instructors, who have combat experience. Only after the completion of the training, the reservists are allowed to perform the tasks on their own. At the conclusion of our briefing, it is important to note that in accordance with the draft law, the reservists are not involved in special military operations and tasks outside the Russian Federation, but participate in the protection of critically important facilities and other vital facilities only on the territory of their native region, which is confirmed by the separate points of the contract.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.